Hi, I'm Annie with Bright Star Massage in Eugene, Oregon, and I am just getting ready to head off to work for the afternoon. I have a few barefoot massages, and I wanted to take some time to share with you my favorite thing to wear for Ashiatsu or barefoot massage. It's a massage technique where you use your feet, you're up on the table, and it's also very active. You're holding on to bars overhead and you're leaning back, and so you might not want to wear what you would typically wear for a regular Swedish massage because there's just, different requirements for Ashiatsu. So I want to tell you what my absolute favorite thing is to wear lately and also go over some of the things that I've worn in the past that have also worked. So my favorite thing to wear for Ashiatsu right now is this. These are scrubs from a medical scrub company called Figs, and I will put the link in the description. And this company is amazing. The fabric choices are like exquisite. It's just this really durable kind of it has a slight three-way stretch, and they just get softer over time and they last for years. I like that they have this jogger style. So if it's winter, I might wear socks and keep them pulled down when I'm on my way to work in the winter. Then once I get to work and I'm all warm inside, I can pull them up so then they don't get in my way when I'm doing the barefoot massage, and they stay up. They don't slip down. And they're just super, super comfy. And another thing is that they come in really cute colors. So they have the basic traditional, administration approved colors for hospitals, but then seasonally they come out with some different stuff. Like this is a blue kind of heather denim. It has sort of a denim-y look to it. They have this beautiful green color that looks really good with my eyes. So I just love this company. And even before I use these for Ashiatsu, I just would prefer these for around the house. I just like wearing scrub sets because you look kind of sharp, but it's also kind of comfortable. So you don't necessarily look like you're wearing your pajamas all day long. Sometimes when you're self-employed, you can kind of get into the habit of just wearing pajamas all day long. But this is a good compromise. It's, sharp, but also relaxed. So they also have other pant styles. So this is like a basic one that I would wear around the house. So I also, before I invested in the short jogger type ones, I would sometimes wear these scrub sets to work with this pant bottom, but I don't really like it when my pants brush against the client. I know that some people wear long pants that way, and the cuff of their pants might touch the client's skin, and it's not a big deal. Maybe the client doesn't mind, but just for me personally, I would rather if my pants don't brush up against the client. Also because the bottom edge of pants can be dirty no matter what. They're just very close to the ground. So I just think it's better if they're pulled up. But I used to wear these for Ashiatsu, and I had a different solution. I had a 2-inch elastic band that I just sewed into a loop. I just made like a cuff, and I would put them on over the pants and just roll them up, and they stayed. So that's an option. If you have pants that will roll up, then that's a good option. So now I will show you some of the things that I've worn in the past that have also worked. So when I first started practicing Ashiatsu, for a long time I wore something kind of like this. So it's running tights, a little skirt, and just a t-shirt. And this is also a good choice. The running tights go all the way down to the bottom if you're cold on the way to work. But then you can also pull them up, which is nice for the massage so that your pants don't touch your client, and it's all stretchy fabric. And I actually made a few little skirts like this. I make a lot of my own clothing. I made this shirt also. I make a lot of my own clothing, so it wasn't a big deal to make these skirts. And the skirt isn't necessary. You could just wear running tights or any sort of athletic wear. And I think that makes sense, especially if you work with a lot of athletes or if that's your target market, and then, it makes sense to just wear running tights. For me, I feel like I just feel a little dorky and shy if I were to go to work in a professional setting and wear my running tights. Um, that's just me. The skirt kind of like ties it all together for me and makes me feel more like myself. So that's another option. I wore that for a long time and it worked great and very comfortable. I also went through a phase in Ashiatsu where I just wore little dresses over my running tights, and that's also a perfectly fine, practical option. You still have like a lot of freedom of movement, and it looks relatively okay. I think that it's a phase that I just grew out of, probably because I'm in my 40s and I just don't always want to look like a little girl when I'm at work. It's just kind of a baby doll sort of little girl look, and I find it helpful when I go to work. It's helpful to kind of like put on my professional hat if I'm dressed kind of a little bit more professionally. There's nothing really wrong with this. It's cute, but it just helps me feel more grounded in my professionalism when I don't wear little girl dresses. So that's just me. Perfectly fine option for someone else, and there's plenty of room to move and be active in this clothing. Okay, so here's another thing that you can wear for Ashiatsu. It's just capri pants. Now, I did actually used to wear these years ago, back before I put these weird patches on them. They didn't have patches on them when I used to wear them to work. And I also used to weigh 103 pounds, and now I weigh 110. So at this point, I can wear these, but I would not practice Ashiatsu in them because there's just not enough freedom of movement. Capri pants are something that kind of go in and out of style, so they're not always available. If you find yourself in a season where capri pants are available, you might consider picking up a pair or two because they can be a really practical choice for Ashiatsu. The pant cuffs roll up and stay out of the way. It's better if they're a little bit baggier so that you can actually move in them, but that's also another very practical choice. Mentioned before, figs are the clear winner for me. They're just super comfortable, super practical, very sharp and professional looking, and the company is awesome, excellent customer service. So Figs is a company. I will put the link in the description. They might seem a little pricey, but they do have sales all the time. You can expect to find coupons for 15 to 25% off pretty regularly, and they last forever. If you buy a pair of figs, you're gonna have them for years. You can wash them over and over again. They don't fade. They get a little bit softer, but they just don't wear out. So that's my recommendation for Ashiatsu.